Alright, so house prices in 2024. Are they going to go up? Are they going to go down? I think I know. So let's cover it in this video. Alright, so clearly no one can predict the future. But there's a few things I'm going to go over in this video that might make you second think what you currently predict will happen with house prices this year. So let's start off with January performance, right? So I own an estate agency in Rygate in Surrey. We're in the commute belt of London, 30-40 minutes away from central London. Prices are generally propped up by central London people moving out of London. We were hit the hardest. If you look at all the reports during the interest rate rises and all that kind of thing, the southeast was hit the most in all of those forecasts and predictions. But something really interesting, right? I was just analysing our data from January. So in January, our sales agreed were 61% higher than they were in 2023. So the same time last year. Demand this year has just gone bang. And I'll do a separate video on that, talking about the general market update for January. But the general consensus is demand's picked up again, rates have been held. I'll come on to more of that in a minute as well in the video. I've got an important thing to cover on that. And there's more confidence. People have sat on their hands for such a long amount of time that I think they're now thinking, let's just get moving. It's been so long, we need a bigger house, we need to move, we need to relocate, we've got another kid on the way, our kids have flown the nest. For whatever reason, let's get moving, because January has been incredibly busy. If you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it. It helped me out a lot if you hit that thumbs up button and tell the world to go and follow Power Bespoke YouTube channel. But let's go on to the next point. So even the Halifax Bank have said that house prices are 2.5% up year on year. Now, not sure about that. I'll tell you why. Halifax and all the banks only actually analyse a portion of the market, and that's about 70% roughly, because around 30% of transactions, which I actually feel like it's been more, are cash buyers. So there's no data, and generally cash buyers offer a much lower of the asking price. So those transactions, when you're looking at mortgage lender updates and reports, won't be taken into consideration. And it's great, yeah, I mean, house prices probably did bump up a little bit in January, but that could be seasonal. You've really got to let the year start. January, February, March, the first quarter will be really telling as to how this year is going to pan out. And I'm going to show you something in a minute which is extremely telling, and you won't be able to see this anywhere else apart from this video. So stay with me and I'll move on to that in a minute. But demand's strong, Halifax is saying prices are up, so what's going to happen? Let's go on to the next point. So here's the elephant in the room. I'm all about realistic positivity, right? So it's great. Our clients, we agreed nearly £10 million worth of property sales in January. As I said before, that's 61% higher than a year ago. That's all great. We're happy, more happy clients. But the thing you've got to be careful of in the longer term for the whole year is there's also been a 25% increase year on year of people in mortgage arrears. And that's a big problem. That could bring loads of supply to the market, and that could mean that prices could fall some more. Interest rates could go up again. What people don't tend to share with when they're sharing these base rates are held for however long it's been is that it wasn't a landslide. So what happens with interest rates are decided by the MPC, the Monetary Policy Committee. That's 9 people. They have to vote. One of those people was the Governor of Bank of England. They have to vote as to whether they want to keep interest rates the same, drop them, increase them. And there were 2 people out of those 9 who felt interest rates should be increased. One person felt they should have been reduced, and 6 people thought they should stay the same. Now, that tells me, depending on what the next couple of months are like, we could potentially see an interest rate rise. Who knows? Don't shoot the messenger. That's the facts from the votes at the Bank of England. But the concerning thing is that already we've seen a year-on-year increase of 25% in people in mortgage arrears. And the real kicker here, which is why we shouldn't all get excited and think prices are going to skyrocket, is that there's still around 45% of households that are yet to come off of a low base rate, low mortgage rate, fixed term mortgage. Now, when they come off that and they remortgage onto a higher rate, yes, mortgage lenders are competing and their interest rates are coming down a bit to compete with each other. Generally, they're quite a bit under the base rate as well. but we need to be careful that there's not a massive influx of affordability. Inflation's still not completely nailed, so it's really important that we don't get ahead of ourselves. But here's what I think. I just read stuff that more intelligent people than me write, and I was reading the Knight Frank latest market update prediction, and they've updated their 2024 prediction from a 4% drop in prices to a 3% rise in prices. And the most important thing of all this, what will house prices do in 2024, will they go up, will they come down, is that across the next 5 years, both Savills and Knight Frank, who are well known for their market commentary, predictions, expectations, forecasts, they predict that prices will be 20% higher across the next 5 years. So whether you're sitting on your hands still waiting to buy, or you're thinking I'll give it another year, part of me thinks that we might be near the bottom of the market, if not haven't already hit it, and prices could start creeping up. Slowly, albeit slowly, but they will start going up again at some point soon. Now, I promise to show you something that you can't see anywhere else. So what this is the Rightmove activity gauge. I really like it, and I look at it regularly because it shows the year-on-year increase, decrease, flat line of actual buyer activity. So this is a really good signal of the market 6 to 9 months before things start getting published in newspapers, because people have to start looking for houses first. They've got to view houses, make an offer on a house, have an offer accepted, instruct solicitors. It's a long process. What this thing does is it shows very early on, as you can see there, the graph's been going upwards and upwards and upwards throughout January. It dropped a bit towards the end of January. That's seasonal. That's expected. What will be really interesting to see with this report is how it continues in February and March and April throughout the year. This will be the year-on-year comparison. So I'll do another update later, sharing this data in every single update that I do. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, press the bell icon. It helps me a lot to get this video out to people. And anything else you want me to cover, drop some comments below. I'd love to help. I'll see you soon. Take care.